Yes! Welcome to the stream. Big ups. Oh man, we've actually had a bit of news today. It's nothing huge, but it's news that we can actually talk about Blues. You know, actually able to put a stream together on this. Lots of news on outgoings and wouldn't really say incomings, but outgoings specifically in the younger department of our club. Despite how we would like despite how we would like to see, you know, a bit more of the senior players get moved on. We've definitely seen that. But let us move over to Twitter now, where Twitter, or X if you would prefer, will tell us a bit more and show us a bit more. Now then, let's actually zoom in a bit. I don't think we need to be this zoomed out. The way for me to zoom. There we go. That's better. Let's go down here. So, confirmation of James Trafford. We will read this stuff above, but actually no, we'll start here. So, Roma interested in Echeverri was reported. So, you know, for me, there hasn't really been too many doubts in my mind that Echeverri is going to get moved on this summer. Not to a permanent sale, but definitely on loan. So I'm not really shocked by that. Now, apparently James Trafford is going to be announced soon, by the way, so I might have to go live like straight after the stream. But where is it? Yeah, Roma interested in Cardio Echeverri is confirmed by Sky Sport, and AS Roma are in advanced negotiations over a loan deal for Echeverri as well. The player open to the move. Pep's approval is missing at the moment, but although there would be no issues between the player and Roma on contractual terms. Sorry, I struggled to say that word. Interesting that Pep's approval is missing. You know, maybe he actually rates him, but look, for me, in terms of the grand scheme of the loan move, I think it's a pretty good move in terms of going out there, getting a bit of European experience. Part of me is happy that it's not like Girona or something like that. I do quite like that it is a club that we don't own, you know. I do quite like that it's Roma. And, Roma are a pretty sizable team, typically in Europe. They're probably in the Europa League or Conference League this season, I would have thought. So I'm really happy if this deal does go through. I would like to see him at City, and I think he's good enough to some level. But if I have to settle for a loan move, this one certainly isn't the worst. Now then, Fabrizio confirmed that James Trafford has signed a 5-year deal with City with an option to increase it by a year. So that deal is 100% done now, Blues. Basically, it's quite literally just waiting on the announcement. It's not going to fall through. And we had some breaking news earlier as well that Hull City agreed a loan deal to sign Joel Nadala off of City. Fabrizio Romano confirmed that. So Joel Nadala is going to be joining. Hull. We tend to do a bit of business with Hull. Last season we loaned Finley Burns. In the season before that, we loaned Liam Delap. And man, maybe I can't remember if there was another one, but we seem to be getting a pretty solid relationship going with Hull right now. Keep loaning out a player each year, so hopefully John Nadala can do well there. Blackburn Rovers are among the teams that have inquired about Man City's Max Alina, and while City's academy fullbacks Caden Braithwaite and Mikhail Samuel could also head out on loan. Apparently Celtic are in pursuit of Jemai Simpson-Poussey to get a loan deal going, and a number of championship clubs. Now then, it's a bit of a weird one for Simpson-Poussey because he could go to arguably the best squad in the best team in Scotland, but he'd also get Champions League football, or he could go to the Championship where it's going to be tough, but I think it would do him a lot of good. So for me, he's probably not got a future with us one way or the other. But I would like to. I wouldn't mind seeing him maybe go to a Celtic and get Champions League football. I think that would actually be pretty nice to see for him. Trafford is now putting the final touches on his move to City. Jack Gorn with that earlier. Now then, we had breaking news earlier that City had rejected an offer from Nottingham Forest. Pete Graves TV reported this, and it's been further reported by Fabrizio Romano, but the fee has been thought to not be enough. We know City want more than 25 million. We're looking for more 30 to 40 by the looks of it. Pep prefers to keep McAtee at the club, but an exit will be sanctioned if the player asks to leave, and City's valuation of closer to the 42.5 million for Cole Palmer is met. So we're asking for similar fee to Cole Palmer money. I don't think we're going to get Cole Palmer money, but I think we're hoping for like 35 million at least. Real Madrid are not in for Rodri according to this, but oh well. I guess that's good for us. We get to keep him a further season. Sven Nipan's father, Arne, apparently 8 clubs are interested in a loan move for the midfielder, who we signed for about 15 million. I think he's the most expensive signing ever from that league. And City has already got a club ready for him, according to this. All about, I guess, the waiting game now. Man City will be looking for about 10 million quid for Callum Doyle. Again, not bad for a player that's hardly played for us. I think he was at Leicester last season, I think. Yes, this is City. Big ups. How you doing? Or was he at Norwich? Can't remember. I think it was Leicester. Yes, this is City though. How you doing, man? Big ups to you. Where was Callum Doyle last season? Can you remember? I think it was at Sunderland. I can't put my finger on it. But one way or the other, he's getting sold this summer, it seems. So big ups to him. Max Alina is in talks to extend his contract before leaving the club this summer on loan, while earning a first-team spot is an ambition for next year. Let's be real, I don't think that's going to happen for Max Alina. How are you? I'm good. I'm not saying that because I think he's bad. I've hardly watched him play, but it just doesn't happen, to be fair, for our academy lads. Very few get through. I know we've had a couple over the last couple of years, but yeah, it's unlikely. It's unlikely. I think Norwich. Yeah, I thought it was Norwich. It was Norwich, Sunderland, or Leicester. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. Rangers 27. Now they're probably joking, but I saw a lot of people saying like he's uncle ready. But look, like for me, 20. I'm not scared of 27. 27 is going into your prime years and starting to cook. You're doing better, I hope so. I'm doing good, thank you. This city 100% doing better than I was when I came back, which would have been a few days ago now. City extra crazy rage bit is posting Edison, Grealish, Akanji all the time. I have to go. I scrolled past all the training pics. I'm sorry, I'm getting sick of this fan base. Like, for me, you are not finished between after you leave the age range of 26. 27. Yeah, sure, you're entering those later stages, but you are in your prime at 27. Your prime years in football are about 26 to 32. Okay, you can push it a year either way as well. So you could argue it's 27 or 25 or 31 to 33. Those are your prime years, depending on how well kept you are. Rangers is caught in the middle of that. Rangers, for me, we knew that this guy was the age he was. And yeah, I knew he was turning 27 near the beginning of the season. And it doesn't scare me. I'm glad that we're signing a more complete player. City fan Twitter account tried to not prop up Liverpool challenge. All they do on Twitter is put him down and everything about City and prop up rivals. We need to back ourselves, man. Big up Liam, big up MCFC Connect, big up to you, Elijah. Yes, boom, says Elijah. Big up to you. Apparently, is Trafford getting announced today or is it tomorrow? I predicted it's tomorrow, and so I'm still hoping that that's going to happen, but we'll see. Yeah, for me, we all need to chill out. 27 years old is not a bad age. Rodri won the Ballon d'Or at 27. I'm not saying Rangers is going to do that, but it's just for context. KDB had like one of his best seasons with us at like 31 and 29. Just chill out. 27 is a good age. Moan, I can't take it anymore. I know. You can't get anything right, The moment he left 26, apparently he's finished now. HCFC Vlog, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Hey, treat Joel Nadal well, bro, because you guys are getting him. You guys are getting Joel Nadal on loan. He's, to my knowledge, not bad. I'm not going to say I know a ton about him, but treat him well, give him some games, hopefully he does well. Well, then cry about it, Elijah. Absolute clowns. Guys, as soon as I saw Pep and Edison hugging, smiling, the fan base is fuming. Rangers 27, Salem. I know. I genuinely, man. Phil Foden will be 27 in 2 years, and don't get me wrong, if he's still performing like he was last season, then there probably should be a discussion. But, Phil Foden will be 27 in 2 years, which feels awful to say, by the way, but it's the truth, Haaland will be 27 in 3 years. Okay, it's a while away. But I'm not worried, It's not like they're turning 37. 27 is your prime. Just look at other players who are even further down the line and are still performing top. Salah for Liverpool, he's like 32 or 3, and he's cooking, Van Dijk was the best defender in the Premier League last season, arguably. Just we need to chill on the age concern. I know not every 34-year-old's going to confirm like going to play like Van Dijk, and whatnot. Okay, I know like some players are just built a little bit different. Yeah, Van Dijk's 34. It's like Bernardo for me is pretty cooked, and Gundo. I think there's a place for Gundo, but it definitely ain't on the first team sheet. The Wagonist, also known as a bandwagon. I feel like we are massively, genuinely massively being underrated by everyone connect, including our own fans. I don't know, for me, we all need to chill. Don't get me wrong, okay, there's obviously a lot of worry after last season, and especially considering the last game we played was Al Hilal and we were a shambles. But I do feel like we're going under the radar a little bit. I do feel like we're going under the radar, I think our attack is quality. I think our midfield is a lot better than it was. Like, I do think it could be better, but I'm very happy with the midfield, especially if we can keep key players fit, like Rodri, Reinders, thinking Shirky, Foden, and others. Al Hilal game is not how we're going to play. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to tell people that. And yeah, I do agree. Okay, a lot of people are just a bit worried about that because it was the last game people saw for it. Now, I don't expect us to win the league necessarily this season, but I expect us to take a stride and go up a level off of last season. Our game is not how we're going to play. I don't know how many times I have to tell people. Yeah, I 100% get you, I don't get it either. I really don't get how many times, I can't put my head on it. Different players are going to play. It's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a whole system overhaul. Some would argue that we need it, but we definitely need to just chill a bit. It's like every day. Haaland could miss a shot in training and they'd be concerned. We just need to chill. Can we win the league? Or finish above some of the fan bases, what will the excuse be? I don't know. We can't even be looked at necessarily for spending anymore when we haven't even spent 150 million quid, and Liverpool have spent over 300 million quid, over 300 million. I do have stuff to say about Liverpool. I do actually have things to say about Liverpool. I don't think they're unstoppable, despite all the huge signings they're making. They're making good signings. Ekatike, Wirtz, Frimpong, Kirkez, probably Isaac. Those are some top signings. But bingo, look at that. Look at their centre backs, and really look at their centre backs. Canate has already been linked away to a move for Real Madrid this season. Van Dijk just played about 60 games last season and he's 34. Can he do that back-to-back at the age of 34? And Joe Gomez isn't exactly the most rock-solid defender going. No doubt they'll have players that can put a shift in a little bit at the at centre-back. Okay, but Frimpong definitely isn't that kind of defender. He's very attacking. He's right-wing back at Leverkusen. Now, I'm not going to question his defending, okay, but he's 100% not a centre-back. He's a very attacking fullback, which in some sense is what Liverpool like because of Trent, Sobozo, Wirtz and McAllister. Yeah, no DM. It's for literally 310s, yeah. They got Gravenberch, but can they really afford to bench these three? And I mean bench consistently, because Gravenberch did fall away a little bit. It's everyone attack and Van Dijk, 35 years old, trying to stop everyone by himself. You saw it in the AC Milan game what that would be like. Yeah, again, seriously, injuries. Big injuries in that defense for Liverpool can really cook them. It really can hurt them. Van Dijk, there's no denying Van Dijk's top defending, but he's only getting older. If you don't have a CDM, your team won't function. Yeah, just look at us in the Champions League final 2021. I hate to bring it up, but it's a perfect example. We went all out attacking and it completely backfired. Injuries will catch up, so them connect. I do think that's a huge possibility. No doubt their attack is stacked. No doubt it's stacked. But defending is one to worry about. I said the same about Arsenal because they were dead lucky with injuries 23-24, and then 24-25 Arsenal non-stop injuries from October. Yeah, I know. You know, it was tons of injuries for Arsenal last season. Tons of injuries. You know, Liverpool 1,000,000% have a weakness. You know, Konate's future isn't even guaranteed as Real Madrid is sniffing, and I believe the status is right now. Real Madrid have bid like quite a low offer. Liverpool want a lot more, and Real Madrid are saying, this is our offer, accept or we'll take him for free next year. Talsif, welcome to the stream, bro. How you doing? Big ups. 500 million, no league for Liverpool would be the biggest failure in football history. I don't care what they say, let's make it happen. Do you think 150 charges will ever be revealed? I don't know, Talsif. Like, it's getting to that point now. Like, where is it? Like, there's been nothing for it as of late. Because I don't think anyone really cares anymore. You know, you'll see the old rival fans say, like, 115 charges and whatnot. But I don't think anyone cares anymore, man. Like, I want a verdict because I'm sick of it, you know. I want to hear what there is to be said on it. But, yeah, it just doesn't... We're just not really learning anything. It's hard to say anything on it. 4 years' time. Well, blink an heck, lads. I'll be in my 20s. Trafford? Oh, blink an heck! Oh, blink an heck! James Trafford's joined! There he is! Let's go to the Man City official account. There it is. Oh, that must have been the leaked pic. Oh, come on, City. I saw the picture. I saw the picture. Why are you hiding from me? Why are you hiding from me? Should we try pause it? There it is! Man, I actually got it bang on! That's amazing! Actually got that bang on. Like we didn't know. But yeah, I actually got that bang on there. I deserve a pat on the back. I'll take that. There he is, James Trafford. In a City top. There it is. Once more, goalkeeping for the club. Huge. Let's see if City extra a bit quicker than this lot. It is literally brand new, to be fair. We'll pop a like on it, because why not? There he is, Hugo Viana. Still not 100% used to seeing that. But James Trafford is in a Man City jacket. He is in a Man City top. I'm curious, what's his number going to be? No one's taken the number 1 shirt in a while. To be fair, I don't think that's going to change just because James Trafford's here now. Big ups to 7 people tuning in. But there he is, James Trafford! Now you can... Oh, blinking it. Oh. Sorry, I had a message. James Trafford is now a Man City player. Yes, he absolutely is. Now then, I'm actually not going to talk about it much because I'm actually going to scroll, see if I covered everything I wanted to. Because if I have, I'm going to go prep a official reveal stream for him. Jack Grealish in training there. I think I have covered the bulk of it, to be honest. Roma officially announced. Wesley. Boys are back training. Grealish on loan is what Everton want. I don't want Grealish on loan, man. City trained together. Yeah. Gibbs White was keen on the move. Yeah, we know that much. Getting competition for Poussey. It's high. And a huge Pep interview, which I do want to read eventually, but that's a huge interview, so I'm going to check that out. But James Trafford's been announced. I'm going to go live in like 5 minutes on my other channel. James Trafford interview drop on my other channel. This is my one and only channel. Well, I have Connect Gaming, but that's like on hiatus at the moment. But look, kind of a short one, partly because we got the party got crashed by James Trafford. So we're going to end this stream and we're going to move over to another stream covering James Trafford because he is officially joined Man City. He is officially a Man City player again. Now then, big ups to everyone who tuned in. I know it's a short one, but I'm making up for it with another stream. Big ups to you all. James Trafford's a Man City player. Let's talk about that in my next stream. Big ups.